Here we are leaving Girvan at 5 o'clock in the morning. Got to get out here because the tide and depths of water over the sill. So we're going to give it a go now to Portpatrick. Whee!
This is Liverpool Coast Guard. Good morning.
Liverpool Coast Guard.
Safety information broadcast.
Hey! Back to Liverpool Coast Guard.
Another shipping forecast issued by the Met Office at 0405 UTC on Saturday the 1st of October.
About halfway now to Portpatrick. Got the sail up, got the genoa up, so in no rush, trying to slow the boat down if anything, so we can get there when there's plenty of water to get into Portpatrick. It's 9 o'clock high tide, so ideally I want to be arriving about 12 o'clock, 3 hours after low tide. But it's a miserable morning, raining, overcast, but it's nice to have a little bit of a sail. We're doing like 3.5 knots over ground, which is pretty perfect to get there. So we'll see how we go. Portpatrick, hopefully tonight. Once I get to Portpatrick, I mightn't have circumnavigated, but Zuma's been to Portpatrick before with the previous owner, so it's a bit of an accomplishment for the boat. And then obviously when I get to Liverpool, that's my accomplishment. So we'll see how we go. Ferries in the mist. There we go, entering Portpatrick. Don't know whether I'm going to be able to film this entrance. It's a bit complicated getting in here, so see how we go. But Portpatrick. Entering Portpatrick, trying to follow these leading lights, but it takes me over close to these rocks. But it's got to be right. There we go. close. Portpatrick. Oh, I don't know what to do. Now in Portpatrick, kicking myself really. I should have ran to Peel. Would have been plenty of time. But I wasn't to know that the weather window wasn't gonna, or was gonna change tomorrow for the worst. So it's going round to the south tomorrow, and with spring tide it's going to be wind over tide. It's saying it's going to gust to 28, which is just 9 hours of that is pushing it, to be honest with you. So I'm getting that fish guard feeling, up against the wall, everything's soaking wet. Hasn't stopped raining all day. No electricity, no internet, and this hurricane Ophelia's looking to come in on Wednesday, which is going to make a mess in this harbour. It's a southwesterly facing harbour, so it's said to be southwesterly, gusting 50 knots. It's not so much the wind, it's the swell that it causes in such a small confined space. It'll just be like a cork in a whirlpool. So it looks like I might be stuck here for a week at the least. Oh, it's just been so hard. 5 months. I think I've only done 3 legs consecutively. Everything else has been stop, wait for 3 days, wait for a week, wait for 2 weeks. Oh, I must have sailed 1 month in 5 months. Just this year has been absolutely awful for the weather. But on a high point, Liverpool won the derby, I believe. I believe the weather's fantastic. Bikini weather. So I think you've just got to stick it out and see how I feel later, and whether or not to go for it tomorrow and just grin and bear it and get on with it. As some people say, man up and just face it. At the end of the day, it's a challenge. It's just miserable wet wall. Give us a break. Give us some decent weather for 4 days, 3 days, a day. I just, oh, zoom her out.